This week Parashat Balak, Torah tells us that unbelievable point. Torah tells us Balak wants to fight with Gahal Israel. Now, whenever that you want to fight with the country, you go and find out what's the power of that country. Balak goes and investigates and finds out that the power of them is their mouth. Tefillah. Moshe Rabbeinu, his power is in mouth. Tefillah and Torah. Therefore, he finds somebody that his power is in speech also. Bilam. Bilam was a Navi, prophet of Goyim, and he knew to be mevarech, to bless and to curse. He knew to curse whoever that he would curse, the curse would fall. Now here, Balak goes and hires the Bilam to curse the Gahal Israel. He wants to curse, but it doesn't happen. Now, therefore, Bilam is the master of curse. In other words, it's very interesting. The Zohar HaKadosh says you have two prime ministers of the king. One prime minister is the beloved of the king. King talks to him about everything. Now, the king has a lot of people that they're disloyal. They want to kill the king. They want to destroy the king. He should have somebody to destroy them. He should give him power, and that person should be somebody who should have rahmanut, should have merciness, should get rid of them. Therefore, this is the power that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave to him to get rid of those that are not good, those that not shouldn't be around. And Bilam is the master of curse. Now, this master of curse tells us unbelievable point in his own prophecy, whatever that he says in Torah. One passage he says, Mimana Afar Yaakov. Who counts Mimana? Who counts Afar Yaakov? What does Afar mean? Rashi says, like that Ongolos says. Ongolos says, Mimana Da'at Bet Yaakov. Dami alon iskon be'afra de'ara. Who is going to count the chickens of Yaakov, the babies of Yaakov, that was said about them that they're going to be increased like the dirt, like earth. We can't count them. It's countless. This master of curse sees there is a special bracha by Gahal Israel. They are countless. Nobody could get to them, penetrate to them. Now, what does it mean, Mimano Afar Yaakov? No, it doesn't go well. What exactly it means? That's why Rashi brings Midrash Haggadah. The Midrash tells us unbelievable point. The Midrash reveals to us what is Bilam is saying. Afar Yaakov in cheshbon mitzvot she'mekaymin be'afar. Bilam is saying that the mitzvot that they do with earth is countless. Mimana Afar Yaakov. Who is going to count all of the mitzvot that Gahal Israel they do with earth? Now, what are they? Lo tahrosh b'harmamara. You are not allowed to plow with the cow and donkey together. Lo tizra kilayim. You are not allowed to plant kilayim, two types. Efer para, the ashes of para, the afar, the dirt of sota, and so on and so on. The midrash goes on. Who could count all of the mitzvot that Gahal Israel do with dirt? Miman Afar Yaakov. It's unbelievable. Why Bilam is interested to find out the mitzvot that we do with dirt. What's so big deal? Mimana, who is going to count? What? Why is he interested in that? Why is he mentioning that? What's the point of mentioning something like that? Now, Mefarshim say, unbelievable point about curse. The master of curse tells us where does the curse lies. Where is the fertile place for a curse to be placed? Now, what is he saying? See like this. Afar is dirt. Earth is very mundane. Nobody gives chashivut, importance to dirt. Dirt are not chashuv, are not important. What is it? It's all over. There is nothing about them. What does Gahal Israel do? Gahal Israel uses that thing that the world say is nothing, makes it to eternality, makes it into a mitzvah, makes it to a command of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, connects himself to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He gets it, transforms that to eternality. It's going to be koneh for him olam haba. This is Gahal Israel. This is what this nation stands for. There is nothing indifferent about them. Even dirt, something that naturally doesn't mean anything, there is no worth into it, they utilize that for connection to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. They understand that the Hashem, for every single movement, every single thing in life, there is a connection, there is a reward. Everything is meaningful. There is nothing to be indifferent about. And this master of curse tells us that area that person is indifferent about, he feels, so what? What is it? It's not important, it's not chashuv, it's nothing. To be indifferent about something is the most fertile place for curse to be placed. Once a person loses his chashivut of time, life, is dealing with different things, that is the place that the curse would fall. But somebody who understands the chashivut, there is nothing indifferent about it. Somebody gets up in the morning and he says, I'm very different about life. It's a very, very bad sign. This is a sign of this dooming. It's going to be destroyed, chas v'shalom. But somebody gets up in the morning and Kahal Israel, before even they wash their hands, says, Modeh ani lefanecha melech chai v'chayam, that you return back my soul to me, and makes the netila. The Mefarshim say, what's netila? Like Kohen Gadol in Bet HaMikdash, he washes his hand to prepare himself for Kodesh HaKodashim to work. That's a life of a Yid. A Jew's life is like a Kohen Gadol in Bet HaMikdash. He does things to create, to bring out, to make the connection. That's our life. That's our job place, downtown, family, children, whatever that we do to get to that destination, to create that. From the morning we start that, and this is the destiny of Kahal Israel. This is Kahal Israel. That's what this parasha expresses to us. Kahal Israel, they cannot get cursed because everything is meaningful by them. There is nothing indifferent about them. And through that, they're going to be zocheh to create this bracha in life.